I was having a conversation yesterday with somebody about the use of eco-friendly stuff, and I'm currently in the house of a client who uses stuff that is very eco-friendly. When I come here to clean it, I don't use that much of it. And the reason is simple. You get it, and I understand that a lot of them have gone a long way to reduce their packaging, and that's part of it, and try and make sure that their ingredients are good. And that's brilliant. But here's the issue. Even with reduced packaging, I have to use on some of these eco-friendly products. There's one particular washing up liquid I'm looking at the moment. It smells great, it smells wonderful. The problem is I have to use half a cupful of that to get the same results that I will do with a teaspoon of the branded, high-end branded one. Whilst their packaging isn't as much and their transport costs aren't as much, I am not 100% convinced that the 5 times volume of it that I have to use is compensating for the little bit of the branded one that I end up using. There's always a payoff. If you insist on using only the very eco-friendly stuff, it's not eco-perfect, nothing is, unless you use, even plain water isn't, to be fair, unless you're using it from a river. There is always a payoff. But one of the other payoffs is that without some of the chemical blends, one of the scouring liquids I use has a little bit of ammonia in it. I love it. It's brilliant. It works. It's that little bit of ammonia that makes it work really, really well. Because of that, I only use a tiny drop of it. Whereas when I was using the eco-friendly one, which has none of the ammonia or the toxic nasties in it, but I'm using, lots and lots more of it. And I still maintain that to a degree, the most eco-friendly product is the one that you can use a small amount of and use it once. So with my washing, I use a really high-end powder. You know what brand I use. I use Ariel all the time. I have done for, 20, 30, 40 years. But I don't use much of it, and I don't use it in every wash. And because of that, because of the fact that it's really effective and it gets my clothes really, really clean, I don't need to use it every wash. If something just needs freshening up, like this T-shirt, if it's got grease stains on it, I'll put it in a wash that uses detergent. But if it hasn't, it just goes in and it gets washed in plain hot water, nothing else, and it comes out beautifully clean. And because of that, I use a lot less of that than I would of the eco-friendly one.